guys, welcome to a new movie review. Today I will be talking about Prey. Alright, so I don't think I am the only one that actually thought that we would never see another beautiful movie set in the Predator franchise ever again. Especially after the first one was the good one and after that it all went down, with 2018's The Predator being just abysmal. Oh my god, I hated that one. But here we are, 2022, Disney Plus, Dan Trachtenberg, it all came down to Prey. And Prey is a movie, when the first trailer dropped, it wasn't really on my radar. I saw it coming, but I heard it was going to be a series, so I didn't really pay attention to it. Then I heard it actually was going to be a movie, and I was like, that's interesting, as I thought the trailer had a lot of story in it, and I didn't think that the movie would be able to tell all that story in just a short movie. But then the movie came and the scores were brilliant and I was actually quite excited to get into this movie. And then I watched it and I was blown away because Prey actually is not only a really good and clever Predator movie, it's also a really good survival movie. And that's most importantly what's great about this. It's not only the Predator aspect of this, it's the survival, it's the setup, it's everything surrounding this movie that makes it great. It's not one of these modern movies where we all have guns and we all have lasers and we all have super advanced weapons. No, this is set in 1790, and actually I thought it was going to be set in like prehistoric times, so that actually was quite a surprise for me. But it was still really good. I mean, the best weapon that Naru, the lead actress, had, the protagonist of this movie actually, the main weapon that she used was an axe that she even evolved over the course of this movie. So that was brilliant and I loved every aspect about that choice. Not setting this in our nowadays era, in the present day, really worked in benefits of this movie because it was better because of it. And mainly that because for one time, the Predator, the bad guy, is the more advanced one. It's not just the Predator, it's just the bad guy being advanced with many weapons, with many abilities, and our protagonists only having a good sense of sneaking and a good sense of fighting. That's it. I really love that. Another great thing I liked was the action, because this is one of the most brutal movies of the year and one of the most brutal movies within the franchise. There's a lot of blood. There are a lot of kills. The thing a Predator does where he rips out your spine and your head, well, it's done in this movie quite a lot and it's painfully to watch every time because it feels so real. And even though you know it's CGI blood and some of the animals are obviously CGI, it never really took anything away from this movie because the story and their characters and mostly the setup is still that great. One small thing that did bum me out quite a bit, especially in the beginning, was the use of a modern English American accent. It was like the American people talk today, and it just didn't fit in the time period this movie was set in, especially because they actually used some of these words from this time. So maybe I would have liked it more if they only spoke in that language or used an accent on top of the American to make it more like that time frame instead of just the non-accent American English. But it's just a small thing. It doesn't take away anything from the movie. It's just that took me out of it because I thought it was so funny with times, if you know what I mean. The language is not a thing I'm gonna downgrade this movie for. Like, it was bad that they did that. It's just a styling choice I would have done differently, but who am I to talk about that? I'm just a reviewer, not the maker of the movie. So in the end, yeah, Prey is a really good movie. The action delivers, the characters deliver, everything delivers apart from the accent, apart from that piece. There is like an animal sidekick. Sari is it's a dog, and she comes with Naru on every mission she goes on. She gets into some trouble, and every time she does something and makes a sound, you really start to have your toes crawl up because it's that intense. It's brutally intense sometimes. There's a bear attack where you are not capable of breathing because you are so in the moment. You are so scared for what might happen. The first real fights with the predator are great. The first human kill was wonky. The setup for it was brilliant, perfect. Everything was great. The tension building was good. Eventually seeing the laser dots was brilliant. Then the off-screen kill of the first human had me worried because that was just not good. But then the rest of the movie came, the rest of the kills came, and also that really delivered. The survival aspect was really great. Naru did some really brilliant and good things. And that makes me feel about this title, because the title of the movie is also not just Predator 3, Predator the prequel, Predator Prey. It's Prey. And you can see that title for more aspects. First of all, the humans are a prey of this predator. The predator comes to this planet to study the animals. Humans attack it, so the humans become the prey. But if you look at it from another angle, even though our lead actress, you can call her a prey too. I do it between brackets because there's something they explain in this movie about how the predator works, and it's quite nice to see that angle being played out in the movie. But this lead actress, Naru, has to prove herself to her tribe as a huntress, so she needs to take something home. So instead of the movie being solely about the predator and about the predator attacks, the predator in and of itself actually became the prey. And that's a very clever choice that this movie made, making it all the more relatable and all the better. Naru was a great, and there's a fly. The Naru character was great and interesting, and she was beautiful, and everything about her made you fall in love with her, so you would actually care for her quite a bit. Same goes for the dog. It's a dog. We always love dogs. The rest of the humans weren't that interesting. Her brother was quite interesting, but that's it. So any other human kills you didn't really care about, but were still fun to see, as it's people getting killed in a brutal way and in a brutal manner, so that is awesome. So yeah, in the end, there's a lot of good things about Prey, and just some small wonky things that I had with this movie about some of its characters, the first kill, the accents that did throw me off quite a bit in the beginning, and mostly the surprisement of this movie, because I could say what was gonna happen quite a few times. Didn't take away any of my enjoyment, but it's just something that usually happens with these type of movies. In the end, Prey is a fantastic movie that you definitely should watch if you are a fan of the franchise or want a good start into the franchise. This is the good sequel slash prequel this Predator franchise so desperately needed. So I'm quite happy that this movie came to be. I'm gonna give Prey an 815 out of 1000 or a 8.2 out of 10. How did you like this movie? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.